Hi everyone, well welcome to my YouTube channel. I've got another video tonight. I'm going to do a cook up and I've got a bit of a problem. I don't know what to cook it on. I've got multiple options and Annie might pan around and just show you my multiple options that I have around here. Now I've got all my cooking appliances out and I thought, what will I cook it on? So as you can see, I've got gas cookers, I've got metho cookers, I've got charcoal cookers, I've got Winterwells, I've got metho stoves, little charcoal ones, partner stoves, all for adventure grills, all sorts of grills, and I just don't know what to cook it up on. But in all seriousness guys, I have got a cook up going on and I know what I'm going to cook it on. But a few weeks ago there I did a video on that little stove way down, the little fire pit way down the back there, the little Wanderer, $79, or if you bought it at club price, $59. Fold up little fire pit, and I've got it sitting over there because may as well include it in this video as well. And I mentioned that I have a little bit of an obsession with cooking appliances or things to do with cooking, and as you can see by all the things around here, I only know one other bloke that has just as big an obsession as what I've got, and it's Mr. Buckaroony. I remember years ago he did a video in his shed and he set up all these cooking appliances and he went through them. And I don't think I had as many as him at the time, but I do now. So I reckon it's about time that I take you around all these little cooking appliances and show you each one, tell you their pros and cons, whether you can still get them, or and why I use them and how I use them. Gonna have a beer. Bit dry. I've been madly working on my deck in the backyard here today, fixing it all up. And blowing a few leaves and that away, getting a bit of the grassy stuff away from around the back of the house. It's going to get bloody hot. It's beautiful out here at the moment. We've planted a lot of trees in our backyard to give us a lot of shade. Birds absolutely love it. We get a nice little breeze through here and it's absolutely perfect when we're not away camping and we just want to sit around the backyard and have a bit of a cook up. So without further ado, let's get into it. I'll get behind the camera and I'll take you around and start showing you my obsession with heating and cooking. Cheers everyone. Okay, welcome back everyone. I've got behind the camera now, so I'm not exactly sure where to start, but I might just start down on the front here, down here, and just show you some little cooking devices that I've purchased over the years. So this one here, and before I show you, have a look at all the bags over here guys. I've just spent probably an hour unpacking all this stuff, getting it out of the shed, out of mothballs. A lot of it we still use, and but I'll start with this one here. So this one here is a little Thai cook pot. I got this off Drifter, and they're absolutely fantastic. I don't use it as often as I should. Annie and I sometimes come out the back here on a Friday night, and there's a little steamer that we put on top there. I'll grab it before the end of the video and just show you it again sitting on there. But you basically just light up some charcoal or heat beads, whatever, put in the bottom, just in under there, and light them up, and you just sit whatever you want to cook over that little grill. You can get proper grills. I just had this one here that I used with it, and or you can use the little steamer thing, aluminium steamer thing that goes on top of it there. And down the bottom here is just an air vent. Now it's made of terracotta. It's just got like a steel sort of base thing around it and a little handle. They're very cheap. They're only like $40 something. Now they do get cracks in them when you're cooking. How's this? Annie's heard me talking about it. So there's the little steamer thing that goes on it. So you basically just fill that with your juices and everything, and you put your meat up in there, and you can put lettuce and whatever you want to cook, and you can have a great little meal. This is absolutely fantastic, that little thing. I think these were only like $40 something. I'll put a photo up on the screen if you can still get them, and put the price up for you. But I got that off Drifter. Absolutely fantastic. You do have to be careful when you're traveling with it. Like I said, it is terracotta. That's probably a con with it. It is easily broken. They do get cracks in them sometimes. I've got a little chip on them, but they're very cheap and not hard to replace. So, but they do come, Drifter have a bag that goes with them as well to protect them with a bit of felt lining in them. So absolutely fantastic. I'd rate that one I reckon it's a great, you can put a bit of steak on it. You don't have to use that other thing, but it is absolutely fantastic. Now this one here, have a look at this. I got a video on mine where I cooked up some potatoes stuffed with bacon and all that sort of thing. I'll see if I can get a little shot of the video and put it up in the corner. But this thing here runs off metho or off little firelighters. You unclip this thing here off. You take these little clips off here, lift that grill part off. You take that lid off that little basket thing there, fill it with charcoal. You put metho or whatever in the bottom there to get it going, and once that lights up, this heats up really well. I've got a big dome thing that sits on the top here, and it's great for containing the heat, but you can throw meat on there, veggies, potatoes, whatever, and this little thing down here, you turn that on, you see the light coming on, and there's actually a little fan in the bottom, and it blows air up through the flame and makes it go hotter or colder. This is absolutely fantastic. So real simple and easy. Where will we go to next? I'm just going to turn off my messages. Old Phil Damiano's going mad on bloody Messenger. Every time I get on a video, old Phil goes mad on Messenger for some reason and starts posting stuff. So give me 2 seconds and I'll be back. Okay, I've given the camera to Annie and I've shut Phil up. I'll Phil the maniac. Every time I start doing a video, ding, ding. You might remember that Novasight video I did with my new lights. Ding, ding, ding. If it's not Phil, it's Terry ringing me when I'm doing videos. They're great blokes, so I appreciate them. So just having a bit of fun with them. But let's get on to the next one. So the camp oven here, this is the Hillbilly camp oven. This is absolutely fantastic. Tiny little bit of rust on the top of it. We'll get a bit of oil on that because we were using it last weekend, and you might remember we had it over the fire pit. I'll put a bit of a video up. We had it over the old Wanderer fire pit over there, and I'll stick a video up and just show you that again so you can see it. But we use that with the heat beads, the hot shot heat beads, and we had it over with a pole. So there's actually the Hillbilly pole there on my setup that I got outside here, and we normally have this, like, I can't remember the name of this thing here. What's the name of that, Eddie? It's a Snow Peak product and I cannot remember the name. It's a funny name. I'll put it up on the screen. Annie can't even remember it. But this is our setup. That little table we have there and this little IGT here, that stays out of here all the time, and we just use it as we need it. But we always use the Hillbilly camp gear on that pole there, or we use the Oz Spit with the rotisseries. I'll put a couple of photos of some cook-ups and that we've done over this little setup so you can have a look at it. But like I was saying, the Hillbilly camp oven, it is technically a cooking appliance because you can cook anything in it. Anything you can cook in an oven, you can cook in a camp oven. If you watch Terry G's channel, handcrafted by Terry G, he cooks up pavlovas, he cooks up cakes, he cooks up everything in a camp oven. We've been stealing a few of his recipes. But this camp oven here, I absolutely love it because the lid you can use to cook in the top there. It's fairly thick steel. It's got a good little bit of weight about it being spun steel, but you can actually cook in that. And on the inside here, you've got a little trivet for when you take your camp oven off your cooking thing and you sit it down on there. And inside here, you might remember, it's got a little sleeve thing that you can put veggies and that in. We did that cook up, the roast cook up. I'll put a photo of our roast with the veggies up on there. And this little thing here is actually a collar that's removable to give you more height when you're cooking veggies. So if you don't want that and you just want to use your lid without it, you can. You still got a smaller camp oven, but you got that collar that you can use on there and make it a more usable camp oven. I've got a few camp ovens. I'll show you some more in a minute, but we'll go to this one here next. So this here is a Uniflame product. The legs on the bottom all fold in. Just got to hold your tongue right and they all sort of fold in and then they just clip back out again. I'll put a photo up on the screen when we use this. I think the last time we used it was down at Kengi in New South Wales near Grafton. We camped at a free camp down there and we had a few cows and that running around us, and we were getting up in the morning and it was sort of, you know, 2 degrees or something like that, and it's great for putting small sticks in, charcoal, anything like that. You just put it in the bottom there, put some firelighters in there first, put your fuel in there, light it up. That is stainless steel, and when it gets red hot, you can sit around it, and it's good in the wind and everything like that, and it doesn't take up a big footprint. It's reasonably light, so that's a fantastic product. It's made by Uniflame. I'm not sure whether you can still get them, but if you can get hold of one, absolutely fantastic. What I'll show you next, we'll move along here. I might show you this later. This is my Winterwell oven, but I won't go into too much there now. And I've got my $79 imitation Weber. We've done heaps of cook-ups with that in the past with charcoal. Really good if you're just after a cheap cooker for your backyard. I don't think you can go past that. I mean, if you want to go out and buy a Weber and spend a lot of money, definitely go for it. I mean, if I ever upgrade, I might even go to a Weber myself. But this thing here has been absolutely fantastic. It's got a little bit of rust and that on it because it sits out the back here all the time. But if we want to do a roast or anything and just cook or slow cook something, we cooked up that roast on here for like 7 or 8 hours or something like that there a couple of months ago, and it turned out absolutely fantastic. So behind me here I've got a couple or 3 different cooking appliances. So this thing here is a Dometic, I think it starts with the O. I can't think of the name of it, but it's made by Dometic. There's the name there. Oregano, I think it is, 300. It's actually a metho stove. So in the bottom here, if you hold your tongue right, there's 2 metho canisters in there. You can put metho, but you can put there's a fuel you buy, which is a little bit, it hasn't got any dangerous chemicals in it or anything like that. And you can put that in there as well. And it doesn't make, the metho won't hurt you. Like you don't want to be putting steak on a grill or anything on there and cooking with metho, but if you're just putting a saucepan on there or a kettle or anything like that, it's great for cooking on. It will make the bottom of your cooking device go a little bit black because metho will put up a black smoke, but this is absolutely fantastic. We've used this quite a lot, and it's something that we're just talking about. We'll probably put back in the camper and take with us because it's all ready to go. Like, I haven't touched that metho canisters for 6 months, I reckon, and it's still really full of metho, so I could just light that up now. And it's got like a little control on there. All it is there's a little piece in the bottom there, and it's got a round cylinder in there, a hole, and when you turn that knob, it opens and closes the hole to a certain degree and lets more flame or that in, and that's how it controls the heat. So they are absolutely fantastic. They're actually made for marine, so they're stainless steel. They won't rust. They're absolutely fantastic. Their only con is they are very heavy because those canisters are full of metho. Down the bottom here, another Snow Peak product. Now, I'll just take this all off so that I can show you. Now this is the Snow Peak charcoal grill. This comes out, you put charcoal all in there. Once you've lit it up, you put it all in there, put your grill plate on, and down here, don't take any notice of my little wrench, but they does come with a little wind up handle, but I have this little wrench here, and I just got to turn this around the other way, and I'll wind the handle, and you can see that it's got an adjustable height. So you can raise and lower the grill to control the heat. Absolutely fantastic if you like cooking over charcoal and you want something simple and easy. You don't have to sit it in this IGT. It will sit on a bench. You just want to make sure whatever you got it sitting on can handle heat, because there's a fair bit of heat that comes out underneath it. It's basically all made of stainless steel, and a little bit, the base part though in there is steel. This little lid here is stainless steel, and what we've found, I'll put a photo up on the screen if I can find it. You can put, I've got this little vice around which I bought off Drifter, and it's the perfect size to go under that lid. So if you're cooking something that you want to slow cook in there, It'll control all the heat, and it's also fantastic for pizzas. So if you've got a pizza plate, you can get that really hot in there, stick your pizza in there, and you've got a terrific little pizza oven. Absolutely fantastic. Another product that I found when I was in the shed, I actually forgot I had this. I've used this a few times, but it's something that I am going to pack away again in the camper trailer. This actually all folds flat, so it all comes apart. It's got little shelves in here that all just lift out. I'll quickly show you. Have a look at that. That is as thick as it takes up. It fits in a tiny little bag that it comes with, and it all folds flat. It's really quick and easy to set up. You just got to put these little 3 shelves in their little holes down the bottom, let go of them. Once you put all 3 in, that little tray goes in the bottom there, because that little tray there, what you do is you put wood chips in there and sit it in the bottom, and then put your lid on when you find the right angle, like that. So that little handle there goes between those handles there where you pick it up. I didn't put that bottom shelf in properly. Okay, now that I've got it back down there, I'll just show you inside. So you can put that little tray in the bottom there. Now you fill that with wood chips, smoking chips, sit it on there, have your other shelves in there, because I was in a hurry and I didn't put them all back in. They'll be all in there, and we've cooked up chicken wings, we've cooked up the little pork belly pieces with marinade, and you can smoke them away in there. Absolutely fantastic. Now you can use this over gas. I've used it on the little Gasmate stoves. There's one just sitting over on the bench over there, Annie might show you. So that little Gasmate travel stove, that's the one I used to use it on. Just sat it over the top of that, and you can regulate the heat, and it's great for smoking on. I wouldn't use it over this Origamo 3000 with the metho, but for gas, absolutely fantastic. And like I said, it's quick to fold up. We'll go around the back now. Actually, we might go here and just show you here. I'll have another drink. So this here is my partner stove. This is the one that I use most of the time in my camper trailer, in the dot, or now that I'm using Dixie again, we actually take that and we set it up a lot of the time in our IGT. Now I've done a bit of an upgrade to the lid and made up a bit of a windshield for it. These are made in America. They're very simple design, but they're absolutely fantastic. Very simple, just 2 knobs, 2 burners, connected to a gas bottle. And the reason I use this is with this product I was talking about here earlier, my Winterwell stove, fast fold Winterwell stove. This fits on here absolutely perfectly, and we do so much cooking in this. We've cooked veggies in that, we've cooked meat in that. We heat up those little meals you buy from Woolies in the packets, the pre-cooked meals, beef, rump, lamb shanks, all that sort of thing. Heat up pies in there, we've cooked scones in there. I've got multiple videos where I've been cooking stuff up in this. I think when we were down in New South Wales there, not far again from, what was the name of the place again? Kangi. We were staying on a property just down near there, and Annie cooked up some scones. I've got a video about it, because you can light both burners up and sit whatever you want to cook in there, and it's absolutely fantastic. I will be selling the partner stove with the dot, so if you buy the dot you get the partner stove. They are really hard to get, they're a fantastic product. But what I've done is, I haven't used this yet, I'm not going to open it up. There'll be an upcoming video, I'll tell you all about this. But it's the All for Adventure portable grill stove. It runs on the little butane canisters. There's a photo of it there. I think Terry cooked up some fried rice on one there the other night. But I'll be doing a video on this. This is my latest purchase on cooking. So should be great. We'll be able to cook up in the tray that comes with it. It's got a glass tray, so you can cook up fried rice like Terry did. You can cook up mince, you can cook up anything. bacon and eggs, whatever. But I can also use that fast fold stove, so I'll show you how that all works in a future video. We'll keep moving along here. Like I said, these are some of our real early purchases that we had. I don't use these much anymore. That's a single burner little gasmate stove. Just takes the butane canister in the side there, turn her on. There's another one here I found in the shed. I think that one was from Big W, same sort of thing. They're great. They're great if you're camping, and they're not so great in the middle of winter though. If it's anything below 0 degrees, you find the little butane canisters freeze up, and these don't work as well. So that's why we sort of went with the metho, and we went with the bigger gas stove, because we did find these, when you are doing a lot of camping in winter, that's a bit of a con. They do freeze up. I've got another companion stove here. This is actually the stove that come with me Dot when I bought it, and don't think I've ever used it, to be honest with you. No, I have used it because the burners are a little bit tarnished from the heat, but that's a companion 2-burner stove. That's another cooking appliance I got. I can't tell you much about that. I think they're fairly self-explanatory. You can still buy these. They just run off gas. They're quick and portable. There's a little handle in the bottom there. You can pick it up, take it away. I think the Wanderer's got one of these and he burns heaps of stuff on it, so yeah, I'll rob the Wanderer. There's a few other things here I've got down the bottom here. Here's another thing I found in the shed. A little grill thing with a fold-out handle. I haven't used this yet. I picked it up somewhere. It was cheap. I think I bought it at an op shop. Actually, I think I got it at Woolies. It was one of those ones they had reduced, and it was like $3, so I bought it. I have got another one down here that we do use. I've got this little bag that goes around it. Now you can see that's covered in charcoal and that, and that's great for putting meat in, or rissoles, sausages, and putting over your fire pit to cook over. So you can just put it over your fire pit, roll it over. These are absolutely fantastic. Even if you've got a fire on the ground, I recommend getting one of those if you just like keeping it simple and keeping it light. That is absolutely fantastic. We do take that with us. Just here is a product in a Crazy Dog bag. Now you've seen me cook ups on this. That's a little grill thing that goes with my Ozpit. So that spindle goes through there. That goes through there. If you hold your tongue right, you do up the little wing nut, and then you turn the rotisserie on and away it spins. We've cooked up chicken in there, we've cooked up veggies. I have got videos, you know I use that, and we do take that with us all the time. We were planning to use it last weekend, but we just didn't get around to it. So that's another fantastic cooking product. See, I'm making excuses for all those things I've got. How many things have you got in your shed that you don't realise you got? But to be honest with you, we have used all these at certain times. We don't use a lot of them. There's a few things that we don't use much anymore, the little fast fold smoker, but I am going to get that out again and use it. Now, here's another one here. Now, I don't know whether I want to try and fold this up again. Okay, I'll give it a go. You can see that folds up like that. It'll probably take me half an hour to get it apart again. But it goes like that, and then this rolls up around it. It's a little stainless steel mesh. You put these little pins into the end of these pipes. If you want the lightest fire pit, even lighter than my $59 one, I think I picked that up at Drifter, but you can get them off other places as well. And you just put all your firewood in that stainless steel mesh there, light your fire, and you've got a fire pit. It actually works really well. We've used that a couple of times. It does drop a little bit of charcoal and stuff through the bottom, so wherever you are, make sure that you're not going to set the bush on fire or anything like that. But if you are after a real light fire pit, if you're backpacking, or even if you've got to keep your weight down, you can't go wrong by getting one of those. Now I've got another Snow Peak product. This is actually a Snow Peak fire pit. This is a small one. This is the smallest one they make. Look at the size of my hand compared to it. It's exactly like the big one. It's got the bridge that comes down. It's got a little metal plate in the bottom there. It's even got a stand that it goes on, and it folds flat. Everything folds flat. That's why we bought a lot of these, because they're light, they fold flat, they don't take up a lot of room when you are taking them away. So that's another little fire pit I got. I actually took that to Cancuna with me when I was camping with Rob and Phil, the Maniac, and I was using that when we were camped down at the beach. You all know about my latest purchase. This is the latest purchase. The $79, or if you bought it on special, $59 club price fire pit. Folds flat, goes in a tiny little bag. Absolutely fantastic. A few people asked me or said to me in the comments, looks a little bit flimsy. Yeah, it does look a little bit flimsy, but like I said, only time will tell how it lasts. I didn't buy it to be putting roaring fires in it. We did put some wood in it the other night after we used it, and it handled it okay. I basically bought it to cook with heat beads or charcoal, and used my rotisserie over the top of it, or use my hillbilly camp gear and cook over it. That's why I bought it, and because it was light. So that's the reason I got that one, because like I said, a lot of the times when you go camping, they do have other fire pits there that you can use for fires, or I'm always camping with mates who've got bigger fire pits or whatever that we can get a rip-roaring fire in. But this is perfect for us if you're traveling and you want to do a bit of cooking. I've got another one here. Now again, this folds completely flat. It goes in a little bag which is about that by that, and that's a Uniflame product. We've used that a few times. I've actually hemmed my rotisserie in one end here and had the rotisserie going that way, and loaded up that with charcoal and cooked up a leg of lamb or something on that. I think we were actually at Newham Creek. I'll put a photo of that up on the screen.
We did Christmas.
And yeah, Annie just reminded me, when we were at my father's down in Taree, New South Wales, we loaded up with charcoal out the side of his house. We cooked up a pork roast on this. To his horror, he was worried it was going to burn all his grass, but Annie will turn the camera upside down and show you down there. There's not a lot of, there's a lot of room between the bottom of the fire pit and the ground there, so you don't get a lot of heat coming down and burning anything there. So it's absolutely fantastic for, again, if you want something that's compact and folds up. I always toss between whether I take this and other things, but this is absolutely fantastic. Over here, we've got the camp cube. I haven't got all the parts out for the camp cube. Unfortunately, they don't make these anymore, but I thought I'll throw it in for anyone that's got one. They're absolutely fantastic. It basically just folds up into a square box, into a size of a milk crate, Brad. So it's basically the size of a milk crate. It's got the spun steel camp oven. I think you can still buy these. And it's got the little pizza racks off Horizon Touring. I think Dave from Horizon Touring, if you don't make these, please comment. But if you do make them, please comment in the bottom and let everyone know. They're absolutely fantastic for cooking up pizzas. And he's spun steel, what's name, but he doesn't make the camp cube anymore. There's a lot of accessories that go with it. There's grill plates. I didn't bring it all out, but I thought I may as well just show you, because I'm showing you all my camp gear I've got, all my cooking gear. Over here, the trusty Weber. We took this with us a few months ago when we went to Moore Park at Bundaberg. We cooked up a roast on the rotisserie. It's absolutely fantastic. I've got a piece that goes inside the grill plate here, and it holds the lid up, and you can put a rotisserie on the end of it. It's absolutely fantastic. Or if you just want to cook up breakfast, or everyone knows about the Webers, just don't connect them to the main gas supply on your caravan, will you? Because I think it's illegal. You got to buy a Ziggy or something for that, I think. Where else have I got? I've talked about that one. I've talked about everything here. We'll go back over to the Winterwell there. Oh, wait a sec. Follow me. Let's go out the back here. Annie, don't trip over anything. She's coming. I got a big old Weber. Don't get too close to it, Annie. It's we don't use it much anymore. It's been sitting in the backyard there. But have a look at this. I have used this cooking device a few times. It's a tripod stand. It all pulls apart. I'll just take the... I've set it up over here because I did a cook up here once with... and showed you out in the backyard here. But this here actually all folds up. And all these pieces pull out and they basically just go into a bag like that. It's as light as buggery and it's stainless steel. I just put the leg in the wrong spot. And they just all clip together. I got that off Drifter. Winnie's coming out because she heard a bit of noise. What are you doing, Winnie? And that just goes over the fire and you can lift up your camp oven, hang it on the chain there, and it's got an adjustment up the top there, and you can cook over that. How good is that? That's just keeping it real simple. If you want to put a fire on the ground, put your tripod over the top of it. We should throw this in with us more, shouldn't we, Annie?
I just realised there's one piece of cooking equipment we haven't brought out.
What's that?
It's your bargee.
Me what?
Your bargee.
Oh yeah, I've got me. That's the video I did here with the Bingy Barbie.
Bingy Barbie.
I haven't brought that out, but I'll see if I can put a photo of it up on the screen. I actually have got the Bingy Barbie. I forgot about that. It's in the camper there, in the back of the camper in the dot. Buck did a video on it. He made an absolutely mess of it. He tried to cook up a couple of hamburgers on a beach. Buck, you should be ashamed of yourself, mate. That was the worst demo I've ever seen in my life. I'm glad you deleted that video and haven't found it. But I've used it in the back here over this little fire here, and that was the video I did. I'll put a bit of footage up. I'll get it off YouTube and I'll show you me cooking up in the backyard there with the Bingy Barbie. It was absolutely fantastic. But I think that's about it. So I'll head back around to where all my cooking appliances are because it's getting late. And we've got to get tea, haven't we, Winnie? You want tea? Say hi to everyone. Look in the camera there and say hi. Give them a pause up. Do you like eating? Yep. Yes.
You want food?
You want food? Okay, everyone. Well, I think that's about it. We'll head back around here now. Before I finish, I said that was it. I forgot to show you the Winterwell. This is absolutely amazing. This actually stays in our campers all the time. It was in the dot all the time. It's in the Dixie, the teardrop now all the time. We actually used it last weekend when we went away, when I did the cook up on the little $79/$59 Wanderer barbecue. We actually use this because they have got a closed-in firebox. They're all stainless steel. They all basically pack into this dimension here, that little square box, and it goes in a bag. The legs fold up, these fold up. There's a little water tank there you can fill up with water, and all the heat comes up through the chimney there, heats the water up, gets bubbling away. You just turn on the tap there. I did originally buy it with the Winterwell oven to cook over that. You can use the Winterwell oven over this as well. You take that little centerpiece out there and you got access to the firebox. You put that over the top there. That's got a mesh base in it. All the heat goes up in there. Heats up really quick. I've cooked bread and scones and all sorts of stuff in there as well. But the beauty about this, if you're in a spot, especially coming into summer now, where fires are getting dangerous to light, this here, in certain places they will let you use it because you've got a contained fire in a firebox. There's nearly zero chance of setting anything on fire if you're doing the right thing. If you keep the door shut all the time, just light your fire up, throw a bit of wood in, close the door, you're going to be pretty well right because you don't get much. It's got a spark arrestor up the top there to catch anything that goes up through the top up here. And I haven't got all the pipes in there because I'm a bit restricted by my height here, but the Winterwell fast fold oven slash stove slash heating appliance. It's great to sit around. It's got a little glass door on the side there, and you can sit around that. I'll put a couple of photos up on the screen. They're absolutely fantastic. So that's about it for now, apart from my travel buddy. I forgot to tell you about the travel buddy, but everyone knows what a travel buddy is. It's another cooking appliance I got. It's in the FJ. I'll put a photo of it up on the screen where I've got that. It's absolutely fantastic as well for heating up pies and that when you're traveling. So I don't know whether I've got an obsession or not, but I hope you've enjoyed. Thanks for watching. If you've got any questions or comments, or if you want to know anything more, if you want to see a certain product, let me know. If you want to see me using it or do another update or a review on it, please let me know in the comments. Thanks very much for watching. Stay safe, look after each other, and I'll see you on the next one. Cheers, everyone. Going under the hood. On the double barbecue box. Hey guys, if you're looking for something really good to cook with on a single side of a beautiful creek like this, 7 o'clock in the morning, get your fire cooked up with a Winterwell and get something to cook it on. Get these ridge monkeys here. Have a look at this. Look what I've got in here. 2 Wagyu beef patties. And all I've got to do is turn it over and cook the other side. How good is that? Bit of fat coming off there, dripping off the back when I open the lid, but that's alright. But bloody beautiful. Great gear. Cheers guys.